Now, after watching both Naruto and Naruto Shippuden, I realized 700 episodes is kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot. So I made it one big video for you guys. Oh, and if you don't feel like watching the whole thing, don't worry, because I made 2 smaller episodes. So, ta-da! So the anime opens up with Naruto being a loner, because, like, the nine-tailed fox got sealed inside him, which is like this big-ass beast thing that ran through the whole village. But more on that later. Probably. So learn about one of the few people who actually don't hate Naruto, named Iruka, who's like his father figure, right? Now, even though Naruto was pretty dog water at everything he did, he still has the goal of becoming Hokage, which is like the leader of the village. And don't worry, if you ever forget his goal, hot damn it, he will remind you every 15 goddamn minutes that he wants to be Hokage. So eventually, Naruto is about to fail at the Ninja Academy when some dude, whose name I actually don't remember because I forgot this dude was a thing, tricks him into stealing a forbidden jutsu scroll, with one of the jutsus on the scroll being the Shadow Clone Jutsu, which is mildly important, by the way, so just you can maybe kind of remember that. But as Iruka finds Naruto and tries to return the scroll, the guy from before throws a comically large shuriken at Naruto, but Iruka jumps in front of it, which pisses off Naruto, causing him just to spam the piss out of Shadow Clone Jutsu, and then jumps the dude, and like, I guess because of that, Iruka lets Naruto become a beginner ninja, even though he was failing everything, and he's kind of ass as a ninja right now. But hey, I mean, when you got connections, I mean, you can get away with anything. Am I right? So after that, we learn that beginner ninja are thrown into the teams of 3 with a leader who I think is the master class of ninja. I'm not entirely sure, but they're strong. Okay, they're very strong. So Naruto gets assigned to Team 7 with Edgelord Sasuke and basic bitch Sakura, with their leader being the best character in the entire show, Kakashi. And now, okay, it's time for a little icebreaker. Okay, just a hey, what are your dreams in life? Okay, what do you aspire to be when you grow up? Right. And Naruto, of course, goes, I want to be the Hokage. Believe it. While Sasuke, right, this edgy bitch goes, I don't have a dream. I'm going to store my clan and destroy a certain You get the point, okay? He's edgelord, okay? Got it. And Sakura's goal is, not important. So after the icebreakers, Kakashi gives them the first test, which is literally just to touch a couple bells that are attached to Kakashi, right? Which seems pretty easy, okay? Yeah, no, they get completely cooked. And Naruto gets tied to a post, but Kakashi lets them have a second chance, but only after they eat. And the one rule being that they're not allowed to feed Naruto, and that if they do, they automatically fail. But surprisingly, Sasuke and Sakura both try feeding him when Kakashi appears and say that they actually passed because they didn't turn on their friends or something. You know, friendship, right? Friendship, yeah, beats all. Yes. Now, it's time for Team 7's first actual mission, where they have to escort a bridge builder to the Land of Waves. When out of the shadows, one of the 7 best swordsmen in the land appear, named Zabuza, which gets Kakashi on high alert, brother, and he starts whipping out his Sharingan. But before he can actually do anything, Zabuza puts this man in a trap. Now, the rest of Team 7 has to box this man by themselves, which leads to Sasuke throwing a big-ass shuriken at Zabuza. It turns out to be Naruto, and then he throws a kunai at Zabuza's trap, in which Kakashi gets out and proceeds to cook this man. But before he can finish Zabuza, a masked person named Haku appears and yoinks him out of there. And side note, this person is Haku, right? So that's a guy. So whatever you had in your brain, you better rethink that. The next morning, Team 7, minus Naruto, because he's still sleeping, leaves with the bridge builder. with this mob boss guy sending 2 of his goons after Naruto, who both just get one shot, and then Naruto starts taking off to the bridge. And when he gets there, Zabuza and Haku are fighting Team 7, so they split up with Kakashi by himself fighting Zabuza, and Naruto and Sasuke boxing with Haku. But Haku ends up cooking them with his Ice Mirror Jutsu, and just as Haku is about to finish off Naruto, Sasuke surprisingly jumps in front of him, saving him, which pisses off Naruto, except this time he goes full-on demon mode. Like, literally, he is trying to murder this child right here. And after he breaks Haku's mask, he realizes that he needs to chill the hell out. Because he's not a killer. Okay, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. But Kakashi is! I'm kidding. He's not. That was a joke. Kakashi did not mean to off this child. He stood in front of him as he was about to off Zabuza. So don't hang on to the man. Okay, he was just doing his job. But then that's when the mob boss pulls up with his gang to get rid of Zabuza, when he starts rage baiting him by stepping on Haku's dead body. But then Naruto gives him a motivational speech in which Zabuza, with 2 broken arms by the way, puts a kunai in his mouth and starts going to work, and manages to slam the mob boss, but sadly he dies shortly after, with Naruto realizing that he needs to find his ninja way, which I think, based on context clues, is like his reason for being a ninja. I'm guessing. I don't know. I never really knew exactly what that meant. But anyways, Team 7 gets back to the Hidden Leaf Village for the Chunin Exams, which is just tests that are like, that you're a for real ninja now if you pass them. So there's that. But this time, it's with ninja from all over the land. Okay, so it's a stacked roster we got going on, okay? With part 1 of the exam being a written test, but literally anyone who stayed through the whole thing passed, because it's like a test to see if you can steal answers without like folding under pressure type deal, you know what I'm saying? And of course, Team 7 passes, right? Now, for the next part, we got Capture the Flag Battle Royale style in the Forest of Death. Or basically, you just gotta get 2 scrolls where one half has 1 scroll and the other half has the other. Oh, and also you can kill anyone as long as you get the scroll. It doesn't matter, which is that's a little crazy, because these are 13-year-olds just trying to be ninja, brother. But okay, man. At the very start of the test, Naruto gets kidnapped by a guy named Orochimaru while he went to go piss. Right after that, he starts going after Sauske, in which Sauske is he's kind of cooking. I'm not gonna lie, he's keeping up with this grown-ass man for a little bit. But from the shadows, Naruto gets back, only to get slammed immediately right after, and losing this scroll in the process. Afterwards, Orochimaru injects a curse mark into Sasuke, saying that Sasuke is gonna be fiending for power soon. Then Sasuke passes out. With Naruto and Sasuke out, Sakura is left to fight 3 hidden sound ninja by herself. But luckily for her, one of the other ninja from the Leaf step in, Rock Lee, who's another goat, by the way, he's top tier, comes in and starts slamming them for a bit until one of them uses a sound jutsu to make Lee pass out. And so, with Sakura about to get offed, she cuts off her hair to maybe, never mind, she just gets slammed. But then the other Hidden Leaf Ninja come in to save all of them. And after a little bit, Sasuke wakes up with this curse mark going a little crazy, which makes Sasuke start feeding for more power. So he tries to go and off the ninja from before, but Sakura ends up stopping him. So they make a deal and give them their scroll, so they can run away. With Naruto now awake, they run into Kabuto, who they form an alliance with to help Team 7 to look for the other scroll, and end up finding Hidden Rain Ninja and take their scroll, and now boom! Part 3, which is definitely the best part about this whole arc, okay? Now quickly, we got Team 10, Team 8, Team Guy, Team Kabuto, the Sand Ninja, the Sound Ninja, and Team 7. But for some reason, Kabuto, drops out of the test. I don't know. Anyway, so now, The first fight, we got Sasuke and one of Kabuto's teammates, which Sasuke slams him, and then Kakashi takes Sasuke to seal the curse mark because it was tweaking out during the fight. And for the second fight, we got Shino and one of the hidden sound ninja, and Shino bodies him. Third, we got Kankuro and the other person in Kabuto's squad, and Kankuro wins. Fourth, we got Ino and Sakura, who end up in a draw. Okay, nice. Fifth is Tamari and Tenten, and Tamari completely pitch slams her. Next, we got Shikamaru and another random, which Shikamaru wins. For the seventh match, we got Naruto and Kiba, and Naruto ends up winning, right? For the eighth match, we got Hinata and Neji, who are brother and sister, by the way. But Neji just blows her back out. Ooh. Major pause. That's my bad. Now, the ninth match, we got Rock Lee and Gaara. And not gonna lie, you're probably gonna wanna watch this match later on after this video. But for now, Gaara barely wins by almost murdering Rock Lee. Didn't know that was allowed, but hey, you do you, man. And for the final match of the first stage, we got Choji and Random Person, which Choji wins, but plot twist, before the final round takes place, they're given a month to train. While Naruto's off training, he runs into Jiraiya, the Toad Sage, and ends up training with him. So, boom! Wait. Also, Sasuke was training with Kakashi while Naruto was with Jiraiya. That's valuable information. So, boom! Now it's the final round with Naruto and Neji as the first round, in which it looks like Naruto's about to get bodied. But then he pulls out some Houdini-ass trick, and bam! Naruto wins. And the next match is supposed to be Gaara and Sasuke, but since Sasuke isn't there yet, they just postpone the match. So for the second match, instead, they have Shikamaru versus Tamari, which Shikamaru just completely outplays Tamari, but then gives up, saying that if he did win, it would have been just a drag, which... that's a goddamn Giga Chat move, okay? Now it's the final match with Gaara and Sasuke, who makes an unnecessarily flashy entrance, but hey, the man's got an aura farm, okay? He's got an aura farm. So eventually, Sasuke ends up hitting Gaara with a lightning blade called Chidori, in which Gaara starts tweaking the hell out after seeing his blood. But before Gaara can go full-on crazy mode, the Hidden Sound and the Hidden Sand Village start attacking the Leaf using Genjutsu, which, by the way, is basically illusion jutsu. Then the Sound Ninja summon big-ass snakes to run through the whole village, while Orochimaru pulls up on the current Hokage. Meanwhile, Tamari and Kankuro take off with Gaara, who's passed out right now, with Sasuke hot on their trail. So Kakashi sends a tracker with Shikamaru and Naruto to go after Sasuke. When they're jumped by Sound Ninja, Shikamaru stays back to hold them off, while the rest go ahead. And at the same time, Sasuke catches up to Gaara, but Kankuro decides he's gonna box with Sasuke, while Tamari dips with Gaara. But plot twist! Shino, who's another Leaf Ninja, pulls up and fights him instead, leaving Sasuke to go after Gaara. And in the middle of all that, the third Hokage uses the Reaper Death Seal on Orochimaru, which is like, if I'm gonna go down, hot damn it, you're coming down with me, kind of thing, you know? But somehow, Buddy was only able to get Orochimaru's arms and ends up just offing himself instead. Man, that is really tragic. So Sasuke finally catches up to Gaara, who lets out his half-monster form thing, because he's like Naruto, and he also has one of those inside him. So they get to boxing, and with Gaara about to off Sasuke, Naruto jumps in and punts the piss out of Gaara. And then they end up having a crazy long fight where Gaara unleashes the One Tail, and Naruto summons a giant-ass toad, which he learned from Jiraiya, by the way. But it all just ends up with Naruto headbutting Gaara, stopping him long enough to pretty much just go, hey, you're being mean. That's not nice. Which, turns Gaara into a good guy, I guess. And then Gaara and his squad go back to this village, and then Team 7 go back to their village. Hip hip, hooray, yay, good job. Yeah, dude, whatever. Now, a crazy strong group of ninja called the Akatsuki send 2 members named Itachi and Kisame to the Leaf Village, and they end up boxing with Kakashi and 2 other ninja. So Itachi hits Kakashi with a genjutsu that makes it seem like he was being stabbed to a lamppost for 3 days straight, which puts Kakashi out of commission, where Kisame and Itachi leave to go look for Naruto now. Now when Sasuke goes to check on Kakashi, plot twist! We find out Itachi is actually Sasuke's brother and was the one who bodied their entire clan. So of course, Sasuke turns on edgelord mode and starts hunting after Itachi. Meanwhile, Jiraiya and Naruto are out training to learn a new jutsu when they decide to drop by a hotel, which might be just me, but at first glance, don't you think it's kind of weird that a grown-ass man who is not related to this child in any way, shape, or form is staying in the same room as him by themselves? Hey, fanfic writers, why don't you go a little... Oh, God. Oh, that was a risky one. While Naruto is in the hotel room, he gets a knock at the door, and when he opens it, he finds Itachi and Kisame ready to jump this man. But that's when Sasuke comes around the corner and tries getting his get back on Itachi, only to be ragdolled like a little bitch. When Jiraiya comes back, he uses his toad mouth trap jutsu to off both of them. But come on, what are we doing? Like, these two? Okay, these two are like that. Okay, they're built different. So Itachi burns a hole in the toad with his Amaterasu, which is a black flame that never stops burning. And so they leave for now. Afterwards, with Sasuke and Kakashi both out of commission, Naruto and Jiraiya go to find Tsunade, who's a well-known ninja since her healing jutsu is the best around in the Hidden Leaf. While going on the search, Jiraiya teaches Naruto the Rasengan, which you better get used to, cause brother, that's a little minor spoiler. He's gonna spam that bitch every single goddamn fight. So just get used to it, okay? But while that's happening, Orochimaru ends up finding Tsunade first and tries making a deal with her to fix his arms. And he'll bring back her younger brother who passed away long ago, which I guess they're thinking. Not gonna lie, she's really heavily considering it. But he gives her some time to think about it. But that's when Jiraiya and Naruto find Tsunade soon after and tell her that the Leaf wants her to be the 5th Hokage, but Tsunade says no, which pisses off Naruto so much that he tries boxing with her, which he just gets bodied, and then she makes some deal with him to learn Rasengan in a week or something. Whatever, it's not that important. Now, later on, Tsunade meets up with Orochimaru, but tries offing him instead of doing the deal, when plot twist, Kabuto comes out of nowhere, and it turns out he works for Orochimaru, so now she's gonna box with 2 of them. So she might be a little cooked. But then, Naruto and Jiraiya get there, with Naruto going after Kabuto and Jiraiya taking on Orochimaru. So now, it's on 2-on-2. And it's pretty even until Kabuto goes after an injured Tsunade with a knife, which Naruto palms that bitch and hits this man with our Rasengan, knocking them both out. And before Tsunade can heal Naruto fully, Orochimaru comes flying in, but Tsunade is on that, brother, okay? So now, Orochimaru, how have the turntables turned, brother? Now it's Jiraiya and Tsunade versus Orochimaru. After realizing Orochimaru is not about that life, he skedaddles out of there with Kabuto. So, with that, Naruto, Jiraiya, and Tsunade soon return to the Leaf, with Tsunade officially becoming Hokage, and then drops by the hospital to heal Kakashi and Sasuke, as well as Rock Lee, because, remember, Gaara almost, butchered him. Now, when Sasuke finds out about what happened while he was out, this bitch starts feeling insecure about himself, right? And then he tries scrapping with Naruto for a bit. Then they both pull out their ultimate finisher when Kakashi steps in. You know, because he's being a good leader and all, because these kids were about to quite literally off each other. So, good job, Kakashi, good job. After that, Sasuke starts tweaking out because Naruto made a bigger hole, I guess, and decides to go pout by a tree. And this is when Kakashi drops some bars about vengeance and revenge. So Sasuke can, maybe cool down a bit. But after Kakashi leaves, some sound ninja pop in and jump this man. And basically, they go, yeah, if you want to be strong like us, we can show you the way. Even though they jump this man, but you get the point. So Sasuke leaves to them, right, to get this power from Orochimaru. But right before he leaves, Sakura tries stopping him, and Buddy just chops the piss out of her and dips. So the next morning, the village learns about Sasuke dipping. So Tsunade, instead of sending a group of qualified ninjas, sends a squad of children to go out and find him, which I know they're the main characters, but you could have picked stronger people. Meanwhile, the fourth sound ninja upgrade the mark on Sasuke, but he needs to be sealed until his body's, fully cooked up, right? And then one of them stays while the rest go and find Sasuke, and they pretty much do this until they run out of people. But now they finally get to Sasuke's coffin thing and split up to take out the rest of the ninja. But just as they're about to finally win, Orochimaru's henchman Kimimaro hops in and takes the coffin. So Naruto goes after him while the others fight the last bit of the battle. Naruto eventually catches up and they start scrapping, but while that's happening, Sasuke's transformation finally completes and then he just dips out of there. But then that's when the GOAT, Rock Lee, comes in and takes on Kimimaro, giving Naruto the chance to go after Sasuke. And while Rock Lee starts slowly losing, plot twist, Gaara and his squad pull up and start helping everyone else out. Now, This is where the meat and potatoes come in. This is what I've been waiting for all show, okay? Naruto catches up to Sasuke and tries giving him a motivational speech. But Sasuke was not having it. And they get the cooking. Okay, they start scrapping. Okay, and you should probably watch this fight another time. But for now, after a long-ass fight, Naruto and Sasuke supercharge their finishers with Naruto's Rasengan and Sasuke's Chidori. They finally clash. But sadly, the fight ends with Sasuke winning and heading to Orochimaru, leaving Naruto and the village behind to go chase after the power that he so desperately wants. And shortly after, Kakashi gets there, carrying Naruto back to the Leaf. And when Naruto wakes up, he declares that he'll bring Sasuke back at any cost. To sum it all up, Naruto ends up temporarily leaving the Leaf Village with Jiraiya to train, because in 2 or so years, the Akatsuki, the group of those really strong villains from before, are gonna start hunting down people like Gaara and Naruto, with the monsters inside them. For, more power, I think. I honestly forgot. Anyways, with Naruto returning to the Hidden Leaf after training with Jiraiya for 2.5 years, where he meets back up with Sakura and Kakashi. But for old time's sake, Kakashi makes him do another bell test. And hot damn it, their training did something, because they both got a bell. Even Sakura finally did something. Now, while good things are happening in the Leaf Village, the Akatsuki pull up on Gaara. And while Gaara was really putting the work on them, sadly, he ends up losing the fight. But shortly after, Kankuro and Temari pull up, with Temari saving the civilians while Kankuro tries hawking down the Akatsuki. And when he finally catches up to them, he boxes with Sasori, who ends up poisoning him, but they decide not to finish him and they just dip out of there. But the Leaf Village managed to get there in time to put him in the hospital. And when Kankuro gives him the rundown, hot damn it, they are not playing, because they send Team 7, Temari, and all of Team Guy after them, brother. I mean, God, they really want this smoke, because goddamn, that's a little overkill. Oh, wait, also, side note, they're also on a time limit here, because the Akatsuki are taking the demon monster out of Gaara for more power! So they make an antidote for Kankuro, and for some reason, this old lady is basically subbing in for Temari, I guess. So, there's that. And boom! They're on the move now. And when they get there, plot twist! Gaara actually dies. Which, wow. Brother, wow, I was not expecting them to actually off him. But, wow, okay. In any case, they end up storming the hideout where Sasori throws hands with Sakura and the old lady, while Kakashi and Naruto head after his partner, Deidara. And sadly, after a good, juicy squabble, the old lady eventually dies after beating Sasori. And, oh my god, that's so sad. Naruto and Kakashi somehow managed to get Gaara back, but Deidara throws like a temper tantrum and just nukes himself. But Kakashi ends up absorbing it with his Sharingan. And, okay, so the old lady is actually alive, I guess, but she gives up the rest of her life with a reanimation jutsu to save Gaara. Word? Okay. Sick. We love that. We love that. Good job, old lady. And so everyone goes back. Right. But wabam! Deidara is actually alive, but with a new partner named Toby. So you should be on the lookout for these two, okay? Okay. Now back at the leave, Sakura and Naruto get a new partner named Sai, who's he's just there. He's nothing really special about him. He's just there. And temporarily get a new leader named Yamato. So they head off to get Sasori's spy, and when they try disguising themselves to meet the spy, Orochimaru and Kabuto pull up and start rage baiting Naruto so badly that his demon form starts to take over his body. But before Naruto can slam everyone in the area, Yamato uses his wood-style jutsu to restrain him. And while that's happening, Orochimaru and Kabuto try dipping out of there, but Yamato tracks them down. So when they find their hideout, they split up to look around the place when Side finds Sauske, of all people, which obviously did not end well for Side. No, not at all. And when the rest of the squad meets up with them, Team 7, after 2.5 years, finally reunites. For like 2 seconds, and then Sasuke just bodies them and ends up dipping. Now, because they got bodied so hard, Naruto starts training again to maybe have a chance against Sasuke. Meanwhile, in the Land of Fire, we meet 2 other Akatsuki members. With Kakazu, he kinda has like 9 lives or something. I don't know. But Hidan, this dude is literally immortal, okay? And his jutsu is like, if he hurts himself, it also hurts you. So with the Leaf finding out about them, they send Team 10 after them. But sadly, after their fight, their leader, Asuma, ends up dying. With reinforcements coming right after this, Hidan and Kakazu dip out of there, which has Shikamaru plotting, brother. He is going deep in his bag. He's about to fry these bozos. So with Kakashi tagging along, they sneak Hidan and Kakazu, with Shikamaru eventually trapping Hidan and blowing his ass up into pieces in a hole. Now, back to Kakazu, who's boxing with Kakashi, when out of nowhere, Naruto comes in, and with his new jutsu called Rasen Shuriken, which it completely annihilates Kakazu. And boom, that's 3 Akatsuki members gone. Now, at the same time, we cut to Orochimaru, who's dying of an illness and needs to find a new host body. So Sasuke is like, this is barbecue chicken. And then offs Orochimaru. And then goes off to find his own squad of followers to go after Itachi. While looking for Itachi, Deidara from the shadows tries jumping them. And after a long battle, Sasuke ends up beating him. But for real this time, Deidara literally nukes himself with his final explosion that Sasuke barely avoids. But hot damn it, news spreads fast because the Leaf sends Team 8 and Team 7 after Sasuke when Naruto runs into Itachi, of all people, and he tries fighting him. He really does. But he just gets babied. And Itachi puts a crow inside of him. I'm not sure what that is, but he said it was like a gift or something along those lines. So that happened. Anyway, while those squads are looking for Sasuke, Jiraiya goes off to the hidden rain village to see if there's any leads on the Akatsuki members. When he ends up finding one of the members, Konan, who is a student from way back in the day, and starts boxing with her. But before he can escape, he runs into Pain, who was also one of his students back in the day, turned Akatsuki member. And sadly, since Pain actually turned out to be 6 different people, Jiraiya ends up dying. Because you know, Buddy is boxing 6 people at the same time. Or 7, if you want to include Konan. So I mean, Jiraiya was boxing with 6, 7 people. Okay, but Jiraiya, I don't blame you, brother. Okay, literally nothing you could really do there. But before he kicks the bucket, he leaves a message for the Leaf. So at least he didn't die for no reason, right? Right? We love that. Good job. Good job, Jiraiya. Good job. Now, later on, Sasuke eventually tracks down Itachi, but runs into Kisame, who lets Sasuke go, but the rest of the squad gotta stay back, because, you know, around these parts, we respect them ones, okay? So Sasuke and Itachi finally run it back. And again, this is one of those fights you should probably watch after the video, since it's just like a fight, you know? Right. Eventually, Sasuke hits this man with a goddamn lightning dragon, but Itachi whips out a Susanoo, which is like the ultimate jutsu that the Sharingan can do. Or at least to my knowledge, it is. Don't quote me on that. But not too long after that, Itachi ends up passing away, but giving Sasuke his powers before he's gone. Which then Sasuke also passes out. When Tobi, of all people, saves Sasuke, telling him the truth about Itachi, who was actually protecting the Leaf, which pisses off Sasuke so much that he unlocks a new Sharingan and joins the Akatsuki himself. Where he's then sent after one of the last 2 people on their list, since remember Gaara lost his demon monster thing, and Naruto is off doing whatever he's doing. Now, Sasuke pulls up on a target named Killer Bee, which after literally barely being able to beat him, even with the help from his squad, it turns out that the one they actually beat was one of Killer Bee's clones. Meanwhile, when Naruto gets back to the Leaf, he finds out about Jiraiya, which makes him super depressed. But he ends up getting over it and starts going to train where Jiraiya learned to be the Toad Sage. But since Naruto is gone, now Pain runs up on the Leaf Village, just bodying everyone in sight until he runs into Kakashi, who starts boxing with Pain. But sadly, Pain ends up offing Kakashi, and in turn, erasing the entire village. And when everything looks all said and done, Naruto appears after learning Toad Sage Jutsu, and then beats 5 out of the 6 Pains, which, what are we doing? I know Naruto is the main character and all, but brother, Jiraiya could barely beat 2 of them, and you're telling me that Naruto pulls up and beats 5 of them off rip? Like, really? What? Are we dead ass right now? Really? You know what? Okay, whatever. Just a me thing. It's just a me thing. So, back to the show. Now, Naruto is fighting the 6th Pain, but ends up getting pinned down when Hinata, which is the girl who's in love with him, I didn't really mention that throughout any of this, but she's in love with him, tries stopping Pain, but just gets squashed. And that's when Naruto loses his cool and goes full demon mode running it with Pain. Eventually, Naruto tries letting out the full 9 tails, but like the ghost of his father, or whatever this is, stops him. And now he's back to normal. And just hits him with the Rasengan. And boom! Pow! Pain is done. But he figures out that Pain was just bodies being controlled by Jiraiya's last student, and literally does another, hey, you're being mean. And bam, he sacrifices himself to bring back everyone he killed. Even Kakashi, which, My goat. I thought you were gone. So Naruto returns to the Leaf Village as a hero, but with Tsunade in a coma because she was literally out here carrying everyone with the healing duty. We meet the substitute Hokage, Danzo, who, plot twist, we find out was the one who forced Itachi to off his whole clan and other villain stuff. I'm not gonna explain everything he does, but he does a lot. Okay, he does a lot. And so Sasuke hears this, and when it's announced that the 5 Kage are all summoned in one place, yeah, of course Buddy is bolting straight there. And when he gets there, Buddy was ready to run it with everyone in sight. Like, brother, he fought all the Kages by himself, but he got kind of cooked. He got cooked. But luckily for him, Toby pulls up and declares war on the entire world. Which, by the way, like, he does not have an army. It's just him and 2 dudes versus the entire world. And literally tells him his entire plan because he says he's gonna win regardless. Which, ooh-wee! That is hard. That was hard. Afterwards, Toby ends up taking Sasuke to Danzo, who Sasuke ends up bullying. But again, Sasuke's opponent ends up nuking himself, except this time it does nothing. But that's when Sakura appears and tries sneaking Sasuke. But thank God Kakashi was there, because she would have been cooked without him. So they start boxing, and Sakura tries helping Kakashi, only to almost die again, but being saved by Naruto this time. And while Sasuke still wants to duke it out with them, Toby makes them leave for now. When we find out Sasuke is pretty much blind at this point, and is getting his eyes switched out for Itachi's, which is, that's kind of gross. But to be fair, he gets like a permanent upgrade instead of the borrowed power he had from Itachi. So I mean, like, he's not just doing it for no reason. Now, back at the Leaf with impeccable timing, Tsunade wakes up from her coma and is immediately back to work, where she sends Naruto and Killer Bee to train, and also to keep them away from Toby, since that's still the main goal of their plan, with Yamato and Might Guy tagging along. And when they get there, Naruto basically does, the whole "I need to find inner peace" thing, and ends up meeting his ghost mother, and boom, he has a new form. When from the shadows, Kisame pulls up, but he realizes even he does not have a chance against all 4 of these dudes. So he tries skedaddling out of there, but is tracked down by Might Guy, and before this man can be taken prisoner, he offs himself, but sends information as he dies. Now, Toby pulls up to the Rain Village looking for Pain's corpse so he can steal his powers, when he finds Konan, who is not happy to see him, and starts boxing with him, eventually trapping Toby in a giant pit of explosives. Yeah, Toby somehow survived 1,000,000 goddamn bombs and pulled up like Michael Myers to off Konan, and eventually finding Pain's body. Now, later on, we find out Kabuto learns the reanimation jutsu, which lets you revive the dead, and they're forced to do your bidding. So he reanimates Deidara and sends him to where Killer Bee and Naruto are, yoinking Yamato in the process, and then using his powers to create an army of clones of the other Akatsuki member who can shapeshift. So of course, Kabuto sends him to haul ass across the world and reanimating other dead ninja in the process, which has the rest of the world absolutely panicking. And it got to a point where the literal whole world had to team up to stop Toby. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our main event. Yes, that's right. The 4th Great Ninja War has finally begun. But soon after, both Naruto and Killer Bee then escape the island when they run into Tsunade and the Raikage. But Naruto and Bee eventually slip by for now, but then run into Pain and Itachi. Remember that bird from way back when? Apparently it just lets Itachi break the rules of the jutsu, and now he has free will, so he seals Pain and then heads off to box with Kabuto. But while that's happening, Madara goddamn Uchiha is reanimated. And brother, this dude is easily the best character in the show. But anyways, Madara appears and immediately bodies the allied ninja forces, then drops 2 meteors on them, getting all of the Kage to finally show up, and they try boxing with him. But Madara just wipes all of them out like little children. But while Madara is wreaking havoc all over the goddamn place, Naruto and B fight the reanimated people with monsters inside them, as well as Sasuke finally having fully healed eyes, where he meets up with Itachi and then they jump Kabuto, forcing him to undo the reanimation jutsu, in which every reanimated person ends up going back. Except for goddamn Madara, because he's literally that guy and does whatever the hell he wants. And at the same time, Sasuke ends up reviving Orochimaru, who is kinda a good guy now, I guess. So now Naruto tries duking it out with Tobi, only to reveal that Tobi is actually a person named Obito Uchiha, who is Kakashi's childhood friend turned villain after Kakashi accidentally offed his crush. Now, Madara pulls up after bodying the Kage and does a jutsu to summon an artificial monster that they created using the other demons called the Ten Tails. At the same time, Sasuke revives the past Hokage with Orochimaru, where Sasuke decides that he also wants to be a good guy. I guess, I don't know, man. Kind of seems a little too late for that, Sasuke, but you do you, okay? And now, with Sasuke getting there, the former Hokage and Team 7 are all now back together, and Kakashi decides to run a one-on-one with Obito, and this is another fight you guys should probably watch after this video. But Kakashi eventually ends up losing, where Obito teleports back to the battle and absorbs the Ten Tails power, where he tries creating a tree for his master plan, but is stopped by Naruto and Sasuke, where Naruto tells him once again that he's being a really mean guy, and then Obito turns into a good guy, trying to undo everything he's done. But when the shapeshifter from before comes in and stops him, he gives all of that power to Madara goddamn Uchiha. As if the man wasn't strong enough before, you just had to make this man a literal god instead. And guess what this man does after this? And I kid you not, he single-handedly slaughters everyone left. Like they full on die. Like they are dead. They're dead. However, of course, it is an anime, so they end up surviving. And now they also basically become like their own mini gods. But while that's happening, my guy runs a one-on-one with God Mode Madara and almost wins. And so he ends up almost dying after using his final finishing move. But Madara survives and goes after Kakashi's Sharingan, where he then uses it to teleport to Obito and takes one of his eyes to finally complete his set, where he unveils the final plan of the Infinite Tsukuyomi, which is literally just putting the whole world in their dream world, creating world peace. Which, not gonna lie, after rewatching this, that's not that bad, actually. I don't see the real issue with this outcome. But hey, Naruto knows what they're doing. Okay, so they got this. So now the only people left to fight Madara is Team 7. But God. Plot twist. The shapeshifter guy stabs him in the back and then uses his power to, and I'm not joking about this, revive a dead alien that was sealed away years ago, even though not a single goddamn word of this was said throughout the entire series. And you just throw away Madara? You know what? I need to relax. Okay. I need to relax. Naruto, they know what they're doing. Okay? they know what they're doing. So Team 7 fights the final boss, and after a long battle, and Obito sacrificing himself, Team 7 finally seals off the alien for good. So now Sasuke and Naruto go to undo the Tsukuyomi. When plot twist, Sasuke goes all edgelord mode again and doesn't want to do it. So they settle on a one-on-one to decide the world's fate. Back to where they fought for the very first time. And again, if you thought the original battle was fire, brother, you need to watch this one by itself, because this one, not gonna lie, is so much better. Or at least in my opinion. And after a while, they end up with their final moves once again, but instead, this time, it ends in a draw. Afterwards, Naruto tells Sasuke that he's being a meanie pants, and boom! Sasuke is good again! So they undo the Tsukuyomi, and to sum it all up, after everything's back to normal, Kakashi becomes Hokage. Sasuke gets thrown in prison for a bit, but since Kakashi's Hokage, he just sends him off to repent for his sins or something. I don't know. But Naruto and him make up, and then he gives him his headband back, so now officially Sasuke is a part of the Leaf again. And also Naruto and Hinata get married. And boom! Naruto Shippuden! Now, you should watch the video I did where I watched all of One Piece, so you don't have to. Yes, it is all there. I promise. Or watch the mini-series that I did if you don't want to sit for 65 minutes. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.